What's up, everybody? It's David Beers again, 39-minute workout with David. And this week we are talking about what I call the foundational movements. These are our top 4 movements that you're going to use in everyday exercise. Now, there are other important movements like carries or rotating motions, but in terms of strength and conditioning, in terms of putting a fitness routine together, I want you to focus on 4 primary movements. All of your workouts are built around strengthening and moving correctly in these 4 movements. Okay, that's why they call them the foundational movements. When you get great at these, you're going to get better at building good muscle, burning fat, and doing it all safely and effectively. What I see too many people doing is focusing on tons and tons and tons of sweaty cardio. Fine, there's nothing wrong with that. It's good for your nervous system, it's good for sweating, it's good for lymph, it's good for heart. But you don't get stronger, more toned, more fit. You probably don't massively change your physique without focusing on strength training in the 4 primary movements. So what are those movements? Number 1, we're going to focus on today in our first video. And remember to subscribe to my channel, 39-minute workout with David, and you're going to continue to get all these series. Last week I focused on your first 30 days with kettlebells. This week, foundational movements plus 2 more awesome workouts, and lots more stuff to come. So subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to focus on the squat and lunge motion. So 4 basic movements. We've got the squat movement, the hip hinge. This is the one that most people miss. All right, deadlifting is a hip hinge. Kettlebell swings a hip hinge. That's essentially when we hinge at our hips and we snap or we pick up heavy weight off the floor. That's, like I said, that's the most neglected movement, and it causes lots of problems in your fitness, in your body, in your ability to have a healthy back when you skip the hip hinge. Number 3, the row. Any rowing motions, your pull-ups, your one-arm rows, double rows, things like that, and then your pressing motions. We press 2 different directions. We press up overhead and we press straight in front of us. Okay, so that's the 4 movements we're going to work on, and today, like I said, we're going to start with our squats and our lunges. Now, before I move on, I will tell you, every client I ever work with, my clients are 30s to 70s primarily. I do actually have kids that train with us too, but primarily my focus is helping women and men from their 30s to their 70s. Often a group that is a little bit neglected by good strength training, but a group I absolutely love to work with. So, not every man and woman I work with lunges. There are some of you who will have bad knees and really bad arthritis or just painful knees, and lunges are not your friend. That is fine, let's build a workout around you, but you have to squat, okay? I can't say that enough. You have to squat. If squatting hurts your knees, we've still got to build strength and conditioning. The evidence shows that even if it's just basic arthritis, the best thing you can do for yourself is stay strong and keep moving and eat better, reduce inflammatory foods. We need you to train squats because you need to climb steps and sit down on chairs without just falling back into them, and skipping the squat because it's uncomfortable is problematic. However, having said that, for a lot of my clients, lunges and then jumps may or may not be part of your routine. Okay, so now let's talk about the top 3 movements I'm going to teach you. A fun, first of all, the basic, most important imperative squat called the Goblet Squat. The second move is called a split squat, which is really more like a lunge motion. Great at developing good leg strength, but also a butt. All right, a lot of you who want to firm up your booty and firm up your thighs. Split squats, I've found women love the split squat. It does incredible things for toning up their butt. And then number 3 is a passing lunge. I like the passing lunge for sort of higher rep workouts where we're trying to burn some more fat, get a little higher heart rate, okay? Maybe a little less about strength, a little more about cardio and conditioning. So let's get to it. I'm going to assume you have a good basic squat. If you don't, go to my How to Fix Your Squat video, check out How to Fix Your Squat. That is not what I'm addressing today. Today I'm talking to you about how to do these movements, okay? Goblet squat. Anybody who knows anything about kettlebells will talk about the goblet squat. We pick up a nice, heavy, challenging bell, okay? For me, I would say for a lot of you, that is a swing weight. When you hold a kettlebell to squat or lunge, most of the time it's here at your throat with your elbows down. If you get this thing away from you and it feels like it's pulling you forward, that's because you've let your hands get away from you. Goblet squat motion, thumbs right at the throat, elbows down, butt tight, abs tight, okay? So that's your starting position. I want to be back here so you can sort of see my feet, see my elbows down through the whole motion. Goblet squat is the simplest basic squat. You're gonna pick up that bell, hands here, elbows tucked right down under it, and you're just gonna squat with your elbows to your knees so that you stay nice and tall. Now, I do realize some of you will not have the perfect squat. I'll do other videos where we talk about improving and fixing your squat. Some clients I work with, they'll just always have a squat that hinges forward too much. It's not the easiest fix in the world, but assuming you've sort of worked all that out and you have a good squat, the goblet squat, or a type of front squat, is where it's at. I pick it up, I drop elbows to knees, and I return position. It's that simple, folks, okay? If you're working strength, we're working somewhere from 2 to 5 reps. If we're working in more of a high rep muscle endurance, sort of building cardio and burning fat, we're going more reps, 6, 8, 12 reps, okay? That's your basic goblet squat. Now, when you get better at kettlebells, you might want to do what I call a front squat. It's really, they're both front squats, okay? Fitness purists will turn their nose up at me and say, hey, they're both front squats. I know, but for my client's sake in class, I call 1 bell a goblet squat and 2 bells a front squat. So you should front squat, you'll pick up 2 bells, same thing, elbows down, okay, same position. Anytime we pick up kettlebells, thumbs are at our collarbone and our elbows are down. Front squat's the exact same motion. I'm still gonna squat elbows to knees and I'm gonna return to the stand, okay? Squat elbows to knees and return to standing. That is our front squat, okay? Again, fitness purists will turn their nose up and say they're both front squats because you're holding a bell in front as opposed to the back squat, which I don't love for all my clients. Whatever. 2 bells I call front squat, 1 bell I call goblet squat. Cool, got it? So, squat is big time primary movement. Now I'm gonna teach you 2 others. The split squat can be used for conditioning. I'm gonna talk about right now in terms of strength. I love this movement for firming up the butt, strengthening the legs, and just giving you more exercise to work with. Now, this one is made a little bit harder. I'll show you some ways to make it a little bit harder later. But first of all, we pick up the 2 bells. I like them down by the sides. You could hold them in rack position, being where you hold it for the front squat. I like it down by the sides. To me, it gives the best challenge on the legs. So from this position, I'm gonna step straight back like I'm doing a lunge. And from there, I'm just gonna take my back knee, this back knee, I'm gonna put it straight down to the floor, and I'm not actually gonna put the bell down. And I'm gonna stand straight back up, okay? My spine, imagine, has a vertical pole running through it. I wanna keep that pole literally just going straight down and straight up. Notice that my back foot, the heel is off the ground the whole time. I do not rock forward and backward through this motion. That would be unnecessary, okay? I put the heel down, I get nice and tall, hold the bells down by the side, and again, I'm taking this back knee and I'm going straight down with it and then straight back up with it. You should see me in the video literally not move. I'm not moving this way whatsoever, okay? Now, when I teach clients the split squat and they get good and strong with it, meaning at least 25s in each hand, okay? Then I'll give them a Bosu ball and I'll have them actually step back with their foot up. Imagine I have a Bosu ball, right? I'll have them step back, put their foot up on the Bosu, and then from there squat all the way down and all the way up. It's what we call a Bulgarian split squat. It's great, it's harder, it makes that front leg do all the work, the back leg basically can't help. And clients report just loving how firm it makes their butt and their legs, okay? So that's why I love that motion. The third one is a lunge. Now look, we got all sorts of different lunges. I got suitcase lunge where you hold it one side. I got regular lunge where you just hold it here. Sometimes we'll just do body weight lunge, right? We step back, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Today I want to talk about a conditioning lunge called the passing lunge. Very popular in the kettlebell circles. You hold this guy, this is one time, you're gonna hold this guy a little bit on the corner like this, so that when I go to pass it to myself, I'm able to just pass it from side to side, okay? So I am going to hold it in my right arm. Now I prefer to step back on the same leg. So if it's in my right, I step with my right, I pass it through to my left hand, and I stand back up again, okay? I'm assuming you have a good lunge. You know how far to step, and you go. So I'm gonna step all the way back, pass it, stand back up. Pass it only at the bottom. Pass it only at the bottom. If you stand up and pass it, you're screwed. It's all messed up. You're gonna be like, I don't get it. It's gonna go in circles instead of back, forth, all right? So, if it's in my right, step with my right, pass it, stand. Get your arm out of the way if you're tempted to touch it. Left leg, stand. Right leg, stand. Okay? So hopefully that's some fun, different squats and lunges that you can work with. There are way, way, way more to use, but that's a good core group of them that you can use for strength or for conditioning. And in the next part of the series, I'm going to talk about presses, how to get stronger shoulders, firmer shoulders, nice looking upper neck. A lot of women want to have that sort of toned shoulder area. We're going to show you how to get that, plus how to firm up. Everybody talks about it, right? The bat wing, the upper arm that bugs so many women. Not that guys don't care too. For guys, I think for us, it's having sort of muscular, nice pec shoulder girdle often makes a guy feel like he looks athletic. So the press motions we're gonna go over next. Check out that video, subscribe to 39-Minute Workout with David, and always bring you great content, great workout. Got 2 good workouts for you this week. Hotel workout you can do with body weight alone, and some other good stuff coming to you. So check that out. Thanks so much.